Hi guys, and welcome to Classic TV Facts and Trivia. Thank you for stopping by. Today's video is on Rod Serling and how the FBI investigated him in the 50s and 60s. The Freedom of Information Act makes it possible for just about anyone to request a disclosure of previously unavailable documents controlled by the United States government. So as long as given agencies' documents fall within certain parameters, even private citizens can ask to view them, and the government has to comply. Granted, most of the really juicy stuff is still going to be protected with no shot of normal people ever laying eyes on it, but plenty of information that has since been ruled harmless can be requested. In 2016, a user uploaded a batch of documents from the Federal Bureau of Investigation to the Internet Archive at archive.org. Among the many pages are several pertaining to a 1951 investigation into the life and times of one Rodman Edward Serling, future host of The Twilight Zone. Now, while that initial probe into Serling's life was more or less a perfunctory background check for a government job, later documents reveal a further inquiry in the 1960s with more sinister intentions. In the early 50s, Serling was seeking employment as a writer on the government-operated radio network called Voice of America. The state-funded agency is the largest and oldest U.S.-owned international broadcaster, so anyone seeking to work for the Voice of America is subject to a pretty thorough background investigation. In Serling's case, this background check was implemented by the FBI. While the documents do include some exciting names like J. Edgar Hoover, the findings were fairly run-of-the-mill, with most of the details reading along these lines. Mr. Walter Roberts, Dean of the National Academy of Theater Arts, Pleasantville, New York, has interviewed while in New York City on business. He advised that he recalled the applicant as an outstanding announcer who had worked under his supervision for 4 years at station WNBF in New York. Mr. Roberts said he would recommend the applicant without reservation as to character, reputation, and loyalty, and that he knew nothing of a derogatory nature concerning Mr. Serling. This 1951 investigation was again referred to in a later probe, this time in 1968. In addition to the May 20th, 1967 issue of People's World, a West Coast communist newspaper, contained an article which stated that Rod Serling was the master of ceremonies at a banquet sponsored by the Southern California branch of the ACLU. The article further reported that 2 of the featured speakers expressed views opposing to the United States' position on Vietnam. Separate memoranda linked Serling with Mr. and Mrs. Danny Kaye, Vincent Minnelli, Debbie Reynolds, and Shelley Winters in documents requested by the White House staff member Mrs. Mildred Steele. You gotta love our government, don't you? I don't know. Anyway, it's getting worse and worse, folks. Please don't forget to check out classic rock and country music facts and trivia. Please on Waylon Jennings, a little bit of country music this time. Please subscribe if you have not yet, and please like this video. You guys have a great day. God bless. And I'm praying for you.